It's finally here, deer season 2023. I'm heading westbound to meet up with the Whitetail DNA crew. I'm pretty pumped. I haven't done a deer camp in a number of years. I got basically 2 weeks that I have allocated, even though I got a 4-week-old newborn at home. My wife is an absolute rock star, so she's let me get out, do what I love to do. One thing I've figured out over the years, I used to be really naive and thought that these trips would be super easy and the chances of success are super high, and for some people that might be true, but what I've come to learn is that all of these trips are hard. They're all difficult. They all have their own challenges. I'm just excited to test my skills and my experience and everything that I've been learning, put it all to work and see if I can get it done. Well, we got about 8 hours of driving in tonight. Got quite a bit more tomorrow, but got a big dent taken out of it tonight. But gonna slide in here. I got the new Hest sleeping pad I'm excited to try out. Should be pretty comfy between being sleep deprived from my baby boy Briggs and driving till the middle of the night. I think I'm gonna sleep just fine regardless. But I will catch you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Can't even tell you what state I'm in other than maybe the state of confusion, but it's like 6:45 now, so I'm gonna get up, get moving again, and excited to get into camp.
What up?
What up?
What's going on? That's what we look like when we run into the net.
Tell me 3 words to describe how you feel about tonight.
Fairly cautiously optimistic. And horny. There's gonna be horns.
What about you?
Riding the edge of chaos. I know that's too many words. It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be intense from the get-go.
Give me 3 words to describe how you're feeling about the opener today.
Hot, excited, and I don't know.
Alright, let's do it. Heading in, I'm feeling good. Ripped a couple shots. They all hit their mark. I got the jitters, pre-game jitters. I'm just sneaking up the edge of this cut canola field. I'm hoping there's nothing bedding in it. It's a little more noise than I expected, but I'm just gonna sneak along the edge into the tree line that I think I need to be on. So we're just gonna keep going here. Alright, I got to this scraggly tree and I dropped all my sticks. I'm just going to try to crawl up in the crotch of this. I don't know if I'll use a platform or not. But there's basically this gap between these 2 fields and it looks like these deer are cutting the corner of this canola and going out to alfalfa or whatever this is. I'm going to try to wait for the breeze to blow and climb up when it's making as much noise as possible to cover me. But I'll see you in the tree. In typical fashion, first hit of the year has been an absolute wreck. Murphy's Law was in full force. Couldn't find a way to get my tree arm level, drop my release out of the tree, couldn't figure out how to film and shoot at the same time. But we're about as good as it's gonna get now. Okay, the setup is this little river bottom bedding area. And on the edge of this field, there's this massive oak tree. There's just tons of acorns. Even in the campground, there's just acorns raining out of the trees. But these deer are cutting across this corner of the field, hitting the acorns and then heading out to the alfalfa. Well, I don't know if you can hear me over the combine, but not ideal. I'm gonna stick it out though and see what happens. I do think deer might just come right out. I think they're used to this farm equipment. He's got one more lap, and he's out of here. Fingers crossed. Still got like 2 hours. We're doing fine.
There's a doe out there. I had 2 coyotes come running through. One winded me right away. The other one I got some footage of, but this doe came across the canola field. She's feeding in the corner of this alfalfa. I try to let her move off, but I think that's a wrap for tonight.
I had plans to do a bunch of scouting today, but it was hot. So enjoyed some fellowship in camp with the guys, and I'm heading into the same place that I hunted last night. The last day and the next bunch of days that the wind's gonna be right to sit in this spot. So I figured I'd give it a shot. That's the plan. Well, let's see what happens here. After sitting there last night, I noticed there's potential for a little bit longer shot. The main trail that these deer are cutting across to the alfalfa is at 50 yards. The doe that I saw last night, she came into about 40, so I took a few practice shots and I'm feeling real confident in my shooting at 50 right now. So ideally we get a closer shot, but we're prepared for anything. When I got to the tree, and yesterday I was super uncomfortable because I was just standing in the crotch of the tree, but I got my X-Wing platform in here and it should be a lot better. You know you ain't going high in the tree when you set in your platform from the ground. But well, it's night 2 here and we're all set. It was a lot easier getting set up today. Still pain because this tree is just a mess. Just so scrubby and angled everywhere. But we're set up. Had a nice breeze to cover any noise and movement getting in here. Saw a little buck. The one that's been with the big one. Where's the big one? That's what the other one did. He didn't go get water. He's gonna go get water and then come in. I took a big gamble coming in tonight. Yesterday, this buck stood up out of his bed exactly west of where I'm at. Tonight we have an east wind, so it's blowing exactly at that spot. What my bet
just saw a big buck. Still has time to make it down to me, but we'll see. I kind of doubt it at this point. Well, that's all she wrote.
So maybe we walk up that bottom edge.
Yeah, let's do that.
And if it looks like that's a good spot.
I got my first out-of-state, first velvet, biggest buck yesterday. And this afternoon, I'm hunting with Aaron, Next Step Outdoors. And my wife thinks that Aaron's gonna kill one, so she thought I was gonna kill one yesterday, so he should probably kill one tonight, this is what is probably gonna happen.
We're gonna try our best. See what happens.
So we gotta go way back there and try not to sweat in the process.
It's one of the things, if we bump something out there, then we know he's there and we can, well, you're not going to be here, but I can make the adjustment later on.
Right.
Gotta cut him off. Do bumping down. They're just not browsed down what I expected them to be. Like we could almost, if we can find a place to cross the river up here, like we could get somewhere in there, and our wind would be blowing straight down. For the shot, I don't know. We're just gonna keep going until we bump something or find somewhere to set up. Let's check it out. Yeah. As long as you're good with it. Yeah. It's a little hot. I think we just tuck in somewhere in here.
Yeah. Get far enough in so we're in the shade. Feeling good there? You like it there? Okay.
I forgot my release.
Don't play around like that.
Got an extra. And the best part about hunting with other people that are good hunters is they kill bucks and then you get a cameraman. So I got the man, the myth, and the legend, Robert Kennedy, with me. And we came in this piece and just scouted our way in and didn't find the sign we were looking for. We ended up down in this corner finally where the beans were browsed down pretty good. And there's no trees to get in, so we tucked in on the ground. See what happens here. See it started going that way, now it's coming right back. I think we're money.
I like it.
If we don't scare him away from laughing. Pro tip. Don't get a funny cameraman.
I don't know if she's getting her wind or not. Yep. There's 3 deer.
I feel like they just got bumped over here though.
Right? I mean, that fawn came running out here.
I don't know. Look at this.
They didn't see us. Could you see him at all?
Like very barely, and I wasn't moving.
The doe wasn't even looking at us, even the fawn. They were just like, came in on edge.
There's a big old buck coming. Dude, right? This is not going anywhere.
Yeah. It's just sitting here.
gonna hunt a spot that I've been the last couple days, except for last night. And I've had 2 encounters with this buck. I'm coming in from the opposite direction. I got like a 3/4 mile walk. Have to find a new tree to get in, but I think with the wind, I should be just fine. Got my fingers crossed, prayer said, and we're gonna go out and try to make it happen tonight. I've been standing here debating where to set up. I'm just trying to pick a tree that I think I'll be able to shoot to all the places I need to shoot. Real scrubby trees. Part of me wants to sit on the ground. I'm just not sure what the best move is, so I'm bouncing back and forth, standing at the bottom of these trees, trying to decide which one's best. We gotta pick a tree and make some moves here so we can not be dicking around when deer start getting on their feet early tonight. I just saw 2 does across the field. I don't think they got my wing, so I'm not sure what the deal is. I was wondering if that buck bumped them. Because if that buck got up and walked their way, I could see them moving off. They didn't seem that spooked. We got just over an hour left, and I'm keeping my eyes peeled, trying to pay close attention. Might not have a lot of time to get into position, so trying to be ready. Aggressive. If I would have stuck with my original plan, I would have killed that buck. He took the same trail he took the other night. I was hoping to be able to see him before he did that, though. I looked over my shoulder and he was right there. I just needed him to take a few more steps. I knew my wind was blowing that way. And he froze, and he bounded off. Well, got camp to myself now. It's a little bittersweet. I was a little bummed out that everyone was leaving, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm treating it as like a whole second trip, whole different kind of experience. You know, I was doing the big deer camp thing. Now I can kind of focus on me and what I'm doing, and I'm gonna give her hell, and hopefully give you guys something to watch. Otherwise, you guys might never see this. It's night 6 here, and I'm heading into a spot that a couple guys hunted last night, and 2 nights ago, Sam and Alex had an encounter with a couple really good bucks, and then last night they were a no-show. So I'm gonna go try my luck there. It's nice and cool tonight, so the deer should be moving early. Let's do it. Feels so good to be in a tree that's not all scraggly, and I could actually get up to 20 foot tall, use all my hangers and my steps like they're intended to be used. I'm in this place, it doesn't look like much from the map, but I'm in this huge intersection. There's a giant standing cornfield, and it's basically adjacent to this bean field. There's a lot of green beans. I'd say 95% of the beans in the area are already like pretty yellow. These are real green, and
From what I can see, they're browsed really well. The wind should be just blowing like this in my face. And unless they go out into this cut wheat field, which I don't expect, I should be bulletproof. And then there's this big marsh in front of me. I can see like cattails and reeds and stuff, and then it's surrounded by a bunch of trees, and it's real thick, nasty. So my guess is that's where these bucks are bedding. So I'm in this funnel between the edge of that and beans, and then I got this standing cornfield, and I'm right there. So we'll see what happens tonight. I'm pretty optimistic. Fingers crossed. I heard something that's definitely not a bird. It sounded like it was right at the downwind corner of this whole bedding area, which would make perfect sense for a buck to bed. I can't see the entry or the exit. I don't know what he's doing. I'm waiting for him to go down. I feel like I see blood coming out of his opposite shoulder, but I can't really tell. Oh yeah. his feet still. Shot than I wanted to take, but he looked pretty nervous, and I just wanted to take the first shot I could get with him. 47 yards. So far, I'm not super optimistic, but the only thing that's got me thinking maybe is the fact that he was bleeding out the other side. Right now, I'm gonna probably continue sitting till dark, just keep glassing. I wanna see if I can see a lighted knock. If it's lighted knock is like real close to where I shot him, I might sneak over there. But as of right now, I don't want to bump him out of his bed. I think after you bump him out of their first bed, your chances go way down of finding him, regardless of where you hit him. Either way, gonna wait till tomorrow to look. It really bums me out. I'm nervous, I'm sick to my stomach. Gonna be a long night.
All right, it's next morning. We're going on 12 or 13 hours right now. It's been super cold out. At this point, I think it's either a dead deer or no man's land. I feel like he'd probably eventually heal up and be just fine, because that's what a lot of the sources stated with that kind of shot. I'm excited, I'm nervous, just a whole mix of emotions, and hopefully we'll be wrapping tag around a nice buck here by the end of the morning.
Sneaking through this bedding area, and I popped out, and in the beans I could see a buck with a similar frame than the one I shot. However, he's got a sticker point, so it's not the same one. And then I just glassed up another big one, probably close to 150. Also, the two that those guys seen, the one that I shot, was not one of those. I am almost up to where he was standing for a long time, but I just wanted to sit in class and see if he ended up badgering up with those bucks and is out there like eating in the beans. So I don't see anything yet, but I'm gonna keep glassing for a little bit before I continue.
That was unsuccessful, so back at last blood, most of the dew is burned up. I'm gonna see if maybe with some different lighting now and less moisture, I can find the next drop of blood and just pray that he went a different direction than all the stuff I just walked through. Kind of get my head straight. I'm bumming pretty bad right now. Just angry.